The short film, 3,000 Miles by Sean Wang, centralizes around the director and his move to New York City. This personal documentary is chronicled by the voicemails left by his mother for the first year he spent there, providing an emotional, external view at the rapid change he went through. This addition to Sean Wang's personal profile brings it to number 18 with another award-winning short film. Building upon his expository style of film, as we have seen in his previous works like Google, Becoming Mom, and 1990 onwards, the most recent documentary continues this style with a heavily emotional and didactic approach. Throughout this analysis of 3,000 Miles, the themes, message, and artist's individual style will be explored, alongside how Sean Wang, as a director, was able to elicit an emotional response from the audience. The film's use of an unorthodox style of continuity to create a linear story positions the audience to arrive at an emotional state desired by the director. This documentary has some of the vital foundations of an expository documentary, such as narration, high level of editing, high levels of scene editing, synthetic sound put into scenes, and high level of camera work. Although, despite these foundations, 3,000 Miles still features aspects of both observational and poetic styles of documentary making. The highly narrated and edited short features steadily filmed scenes that are edited together to form a cohesive story. However, despite this, there are several scenes with a handheld camera, use of natural lighting, opposed to synthetic lighting and editing, real locations, and is seemingly event-driven with mentions of the then 2016 US presidential elections. This combination of styles culminate in a way that allows Wang to utilize individual aspects of each style to create his own. Furthermore, the use of his mother's voice, subtitles of her voicemails, and soft instrumental music in the background, Wang is able to control the pace in which information is fed to his audience, positioning them to react to his message when he wants them to. Drawing from the poetic style of filmmaking, we as an audience are able to see not only the obvious placed in front of us, but also the underlying message of family and love that Wang instills in all of his films. The film begins with a tranquil scene of a still shot facing upward to reveal an overhead plane. This, paired with a simple voicemail from his mother, introduces the story and soft tone music to accompany the entire documentary. The slow music seemingly sets the pace for the remainder of the documentary, with slow motion shots of children in the park, men on skateboards, and general street performance of New York City. As the music hastens, as does the film, with faster cuts and more real-time shots to accompany. Roughly 2/3 of the film are professionally shot with a stationary camera to ensure a smooth experience, and then this is combined with the post-production editing, which leaves each frame pristine and easy to see and understand. Majority of the film is B-roll, with shots of New York and the passing parade of humanity that is New York City. Although, despite any contextual relevance to the film's subject, the addition of the recurring voicemails and music make what you are seeing a minor subject and puts more emphasis on what you are hearing and feeling. Valerie Orpin, author of Film, The Art of the Expressive, found that editing can be approached and studied in a similar way to other aspects of film, such as mise-en-scene. Understanding this, we can examine 3,000 Miles in more ways than one. Opposed to investigating just the screen text, we can appreciate the post-production work and how, through editing, Sean Wang was able to incorporate his unique style of filmmaking. Sean Wang's impressive portfolio has seen some of his work displayed at Emmys and several online awards from Vimeo. More notably, his documentary Google, Becoming Mom, was seen as a fantastic film, not only for its use of imagery, real-life stories, and overall filming and editing quality, but also the subject matter in which was being portrayed, showing the hardships some couples experience when trying to have a child. Adrian Martin, author of Mise-en-Scene and Film Style, wrote that style exists to serve the subject of the story. Understanding this, we are able to see Sean Wang's style and how he intends to represent the film's subject, whether it be the trials and tribulations of starting parenthood, or the viewpoint of a mother whose son is 3,000 miles away. Through his use of the expressive mode of filmmaking, Sean Wang was able to accurately portray emotion and guide his audience through a personal story. The expository documentary, 3,000 Miles, has a uniqueness to it, in that it shares aspects of different filming styles that culminate in a single style mastered by Sean Wang. His highly emotional and didactic approaches to film ensure for a fantastic piece of film that leave you feeling warm inside and wanting to call your mother.